The other people.
Can I tell you one piece of information that I just found while I was doing some Googling?
Yeah.
Carrot Top's real name is Scott Thompson.
Really?
Because I just Googled Scott Thompson and I kept coming up with like a Carrot Top stuff. So I looked him up. His name is Scott Thompson.
Interesting. I would have never guessed.
No, he
Never
doesn't.
guessed
I
that.
mean, he kind of looks like a Scott.
Yeah, I guess
Kind
so.
of. The really funny
A lot of
Scott
plastic, a
Thompson.
lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah, he has. The other Scott Thompson looks like he's had a little bit of plastic surgery, but
Oh, really? The kid in the hallway.
he gets the whole one. He's
Does he-
so funny.
He's really just him telling a story is funny.
The buddy call he did where he joins a softball team is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I actually got to see the Kids in the Hall live one time. They did a tour a few years ago and they came through Durham. And so I drove down to see Durham. Alex did not care much for the show at all,
Really?
but it was a lot of like throwback, like they did stuff from the show that people just loved.
You
And
kind
brought
of
back
had
some
to
characters.
before you could really get it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she really, yeah, there's just not her kind of humor.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really like, well, it's kind of dirty, but it's a lot of satire,
Well, see,
but
I
like
think
over the top satire.
people can make a lot of things, like even the improv that you and I went to that time in New York. They ended up taking it down the dirty path,
Yeah.
and I mean that's fine. But there's so many other avenues that are more challenging to go through because you can easily go. And I'm not saying everyone can do it, but most people, comedians, can easily take that dirty path.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a challenge and a testament to how funny the person is that they don't go down that path sometimes.
That's when you know it's funny, is when if you can do it clean and you still get a good laugh, then one, do you need the obscenities? And two, fine, then add the obscenities. But if you take them out of it and don't get a laugh,
Then your material's not.
then it
funny.
wasn't funny. Yeah, you're just
Dave Coulier. A lot of people put him down, but his stand-up was really funny, and it was clean, and it was funny. Jim Brewer from Saturday Night Live. He has really good stand-up, and he's pretty family friendly. He tells a lot of stories from his family, and he seems pretty genuine and nice, and he doesn't really cuss that much, or if it's like really needed, I think.
Jerry Seinfeld, which
Yeah.
I never realized that, but Jerry Seinfeld does a pretty clean show.
Yeah, he doesn't
And-
do very much.
And he's just, and I never liked a show. I still have never been able to get into a show like the Seinfeld show.
Yeah.
But I do like his stand up. I think his stand up's really good and it's worth the listen.
Yeah, I watched. I didn't watch all the latest one, but I watched most of it, and I've watched a couple in the past, and I'm like, pretty. It's not bad, not bad. So yeah, we'll definitely get into some game shows and stuff like that in the future. I'm looking forward to that.
Can I add all right. So can we do this as our last segment?
Yeah, I was going to bring Gareth on. He wanted to come on.
Oh, gotcha.
But you want to go ahead and go ahead and say what you were going to say
No,
first?
I was going to say top 5 stand-up comedians, or just 5 stand-up comedians that you really like.
Right now, off the top of my head.
Yeah, just those ones that stick with you.
Let's see. I'm trying to think ones that's Jim Carrey. I like Jim Carrey's early stand-up. He did a lot of
I don't think I've ever seen the stand-up.
like impersonations and stuff like that. I did like not the latest Chappelle special, but maybe 1 or 2 specials ago. It was really good. It was a fun one. I've got to say, Dave Coulier, he did a strong stand-up performance. I mean, not only was it funny, it was surprising that it was as good as it was, and he was nice.
I need to check out more of his stuff. He's a big advocate for clean comedy.
Yeah, That was the site was like cleancutcomedy.net was the site at the time. So that's three of them. I'm trying to think who else I would say. I know you don't care for him at all, but the awkwardness alone would be Norm Macdonald. It was it was I can't explain because the guy that came up before him was way more diversive than Norm because he did all these religious jokes, but he was like he didn't do it in like a fun. He did it like people groaned at some of the material, or you were like, I can't believe he actually said that. There were gasps and groans. So when Norm got up there, it was a little more.
Maybe he did that purposefully.
Maybe. But his was still odd, but it was odd enough to make me intrigued. And I didn't feel I wasted my money. I felt like I had a fun time. Although the usher made me not be able to get a picture at that time.
Lame.
And then the fifth one would be I've always enjoyed I'm trying to think somebody else. I don't know. I have to come back on the fifth one. What about you?
The ones that stick out to me, Nick Swardson, an amazing stand-up. Bruce, he large black guy. He is hilarious. Bruce, Mitch Hedberg.
Oh yeah, Mitch.
Mitch Hedberg is hilarious. I drank the Kool-Aid. I liked Dane Cook from the beginning.
I was going to say Dane Cook, but I didn't want to feel judged.
Yeah, because he got big, but I used to watch him when he was like, he did his first Comedy Central special. Because they all used to do those 30-minute Comedy Central specials.
Like a comic blend or something like that.
Yeah.
Premium blend is what it's called. Premium blend.
So I used to watch him back then, and oh my gosh, he was hilarious. So I loved that. Him. And I don't know. That's 4, I think. I don't know who I would put my 5th one as.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure either. Yeah.
Did I say Nick Swardson?
Yeah, that was your first one.
He was so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see. I really liked David Spade's book, and I like when he does his little thing that he does on his Instagram. Like he did do a show, and I didn't watch the whole show, but sometimes he read these little like one-liners, and they were pretty funny. And I think I might like to see him. Dimitri Martin, he was a good show. I've seen him. I think just once, but yeah, he was fun. He was nice too. Yeah, I met him in Charlotte. I went with Kim.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I went to this cool thing, which I didn't know what it was, but it was like one of those off night things. And I saw Bobby Lee.
Oh yeah, Bobby Lee.
That Dahlia guy, Chris Dahlia.
I've heard of him, but I don't know him right.
I think he just got in trouble for something recently.
He did today. That's where I saw him. His agent dropped him over some kind of misconduct issue.
Yeah, he did something.
Saw that today.
And who was the guy that? Oh, he was on the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Always had the drink.
Ron White.
Ron White. Yeah, and they were just like it was like one of those nights where they were kind of like testing out material.
Yeah, kind of like we do every time we do a show.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah,
Zach Galifianakis does a really good stand-up routine.
Oh yeah, I saw Zach Galifianakis one time.
Super random.
Before I would put Zach in there, I really would. Before The Hangover, and his show wasn't. There's a DVD called like Live at the Purple Onion, I think is the name of it. Zach Galifianakis, and it's like it's his set, and it's the exact set that Terry and I saw at American University in D.C. back in 2006. I think it's called Live at the Purple Onion. And if anybody wants to watch it, there's some really funny extras on that DVD where Zach Galifianakis plays his brother Seth. It was a Southern version, and he loves Funyuns, and he has a dog named Funyuns. He's funny. He's funny.
I'll say this: he's canceled, and rightly so. But I think Bill Cosby was one of the funniest stand-up comedians. He was so funny, and he was pretty clean.
Yeah,
man, he was hilarious.
He was clean in his comedy, but not in real life.
No,
he had it wrong. He should have done it the opposite way.
Yeah, if he'd have flipped it, that would have been much better for him and everyone else.